Slicks early on can gain control of this mid lane, but so far he hasn't really been doing there we go, he's started to put the aggression on now.
I'm really glad that he started to take this aggressive high ground position because he really needs to put as much damage on Slicks. We know how well Slicks is. He's only been pulled 2 tangos, so he's just popped 1. He's got nothing until that bottle arrives to him, but actually he's already got that bottle coming to him, so he's going to be pretty fine for quite a while. And Slicks, he should be standing on his high ground the entire time. He's got very good control of that creep wave at the moment. The creeps are sitting on his high ground, and he does have the advantage there, so it's going to be very hard for Unicorn to throw out that harassment.
Yeah, I do agree there. Of course, he's going to be able to. The orb doesn't pull aggro from creep, so that's always going to be beneficial for him. But I don't think Slicks is going to have too much of a, especially with that bottle up now, too much of a hard time here. He will be able to just pop out those shadow razors, and you can see that he's got the level 2 shadow raise just so those last hits are a little bit easier. And yeah, like now he's putting the aggression onto the Viper. So as we can see, Slicks is certainly taking every opportunity that he can get.
Bottom line, they've already got a little bit of damage starting to put onto this tier 3 tower. There's not much this bounty hunter has been able to do, but he's almost got his level 3, which he's actually further ahead than where this Mirana currently is in terms of XP and balls. He's thinking about throwing that hook. He grabs the hook onto the Mirana. Mirana jumps the wrong way. As Alicia was facing aggressively, she will be the first blood going here, and it will be picked up by balls, and he's going to be one very big ball of meat walking around there, and that was a very unlucky leap coming out from Toll there.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful with the run. Make sure you turn around first all the way before doing the leap. But
mid lane we got a little bit more aggression. He's not going to go any further. If he had 1 point in corrosive skin there, when that auto attack and raise came off by the Shadow Fiend, he would have been able to turn with that movement slow on a little bit faster, but I generally like to pick up 1 point of that corrosive skin just because if there's any kind of aggression or trying to do a little chip damage at you, it basically returns in their favor and allows you to turn the aggression into their defensiveness and you can go on the offense.
That is very true. A little bit, yeah. Generally, you see at the very least a level or so in Chris. Oh, in
down
the
on bottom lane, we got
there.
another attack coming on, but Bounty Hunter, he's already out and away from that sentry.
Yeah, I think Shatan's sort of figured out where that sentry is placed and knows the sort of distance by now, since he has been harassed a little bit here and there, and especially from that engagement as well, he would have figured out the sort of distance and he knows where to play it safe and how far he'll be able to run out.
So at the moment, Pudge is surprisingly enough sitting on the highest last hits on the scoreboard at the moment. He's 22 for 4. You'd think Viper, possibly the Shadow Fiend in mid lane, would be able to rival that, but he's doing it very well up top and he's got a kill out against his name. I hope we see an early blink tag. He's decided to pick up those arcane boots to help out his supports and himself to be able to throw those extra hooks. Generally you see Pudges pick up those phase boots for the additional movement speed and positioning, so we could be seeing a very early blink coming out from him, and at the moment he's already chasing that Mirana off back away from that lane, and Shadow Fiend will be picking up the double damage room. He might be seeing a little bit of engagement, but he's just going to chase that Viper away.
Yep, and just Shatan getting harassed a little bit in that bottom lane, but he'll be fine. He doesn't have any more regen items, so he does have to be a little bit careful. Oh, nice hook there by Balls in top lane. Will they be able to get the skill? Yeah, they do. God, they're finishing off there with the Fade Bolt.
Man, he's still only level 2. He desperately wanted that level 3. He got it probably a little bit out of position, which he shouldn't have. In mid lane, we got a lot of damage coming out from both sides. They're trying to trade hits, but Unicorn will take it against the Shadow Fiend, who did have a double damage. He mistimed his hits. I think he possibly had a missed chance as well going up that hill, and well, we will see that Viper take that lead in mid.
I feel like maybe he could have just gone for the possible chance to hit uphill once again, just because of how low Unicorn fell. But yeah, I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate for Slicks at the end of the day, especially when you've got that double damage. It's still, he's not doing too bad. The Viper's a little bit ahead in terms of farm, but at the very least to CS, and especially after that kill would be in terms of farm, but nothing outstanding.
And so I'm a little bit surprised we haven't seen some rotations come out from Immunity yet, but actually as I say that, we do see the AA and Rubik, they're smoked up, rotating behind. The Shadow Fiend falling behind, this is not where you need at the start of the game, so they're coming around to try and bring this Viper back in and get some of those Necro Mastery stacks back up on that Shadow Fiend, and they're just going to sit there. They're going to wait, but I think they might know something's up. I mean, this ward up the top lane here has been generally watching the rotations from these supports, and whenever they've jumped back to go pull, but they've been missing off the map for a while, so I think this Viper should know something is up. Actually, we're going to come back on here. They've buffed each other up. We've got the lift going up into the sky. Race 1 comes out. Race 2 comes out. We will see the death of Unicoon, my apologies. And they will be picking up an easy kill in this mid lane for Slicks.
Yeah, he's going to be happy about that. Nice little revenge kill there. And Shaitan getting jumped on, they pop the dust, the net does miss him, and they glimpse him back, but will they finish him off?
The glimpse goes back, they're behind, he's trapped, he gets shackled up. This will be the death of Shaitan from a nice game, but he does find himself a turnaround kill. He even picks that up before he goes down, so he's going to get the XP from it as well. So, very nice turnaround from Shaitan, being able to pick off the weakest link before going down. Good awareness.
Radiant's middle tower.
Yeah, very well played there. And he also picked up a little bit of extra reliable gold. I don't think it would have mattered too much there, but always beneficial.
I mean, he's getting very close to that level 6. That one kill did help him a lot. I mean, after this creep wave, he's got level 6 and we should be able to see him start roaming soon, but I don't think he needs to roam. He's shown that he can pick up a kill by himself if they get aggressive, and if he is desperately needed, which it doesn't look like at the moment because the supports in mid are sitting on that high ground. They're going to go in. They've got the lift. Disruptor is here. Will he be able to save Unicoon? Coon gets hit by one as he gets away with this glimpse of health. And TP coming from the Shadow Shaman, just making sure to shut down any further aggression.
And in the top lane, Balls solo kill on the Mirana. That's actually a big deal. Mirana generally should be able to survive up against, like, you should be aware that the Pudge is there, you should be able to leap out of any sort of tricky situations. But Balls playing just really well. We did miss that kill because of the action in mid, but yeah, you don't really expect the Pudge to get a kill on Mirana.
Speaking of Mirana, what do you feel of her leveling up 2 points in Starstorm instead of going for that second point in leap? Yeah, for the additional distance gained on that jump. Do you think it was worth it, or do you think it's better to pick up maybe the Starfall so you can rotate into the jungle, pick up a little bit of extra kills, or I would clean up creeps, and Hook comes out from Balls and will not be landing this time?
I don't mind it too much. The thing is, it does allow them to push better as well. It means they can clear those creep waves quicker and get that push on the way much better, which I think is probably the primary reason she picked it up. The leap, obviously,
we may have an initiation onto Shaitan. He gets dusted up. Gonna be Dyslexia rotating from behind. He's got a shackle. We have a return kill once again coming for Shaitan, and he's not gonna fall down. He's actually gonna go aggressive on the Shadow Shaman, but they're gonna chase down. The Hook comes out of downtown, and Balls picks up another kill on top of that Naga sign. And now Dyslexia, he's in a lot of trouble. He's got 3 heroes potentially chasing him down. Balls is gonna pop that mana. He's gonna give it up to that Rubik on the high ground. They do have vision from a nice ward up top here. We'll be able to land that Hook. He's trying to bait out the Jukes. He's waiting for it. He's going to turn up on the hill. Rubik's going to be waining for him. He's going to get hexed up. We have a Mirana at her coming through. She's not level 6 yet. Hook lands. That is going to be 1 dead, and it's track gold. Will they be able to get a turnaround kill at least for TFA? They do get 1 turnaround kill, and Balls will be on the retreat. They do have a glimpse available if they want to try and do anything further on Balls, but Balls is just too scary at this stage. Do you think they have enough damage if they do get the glimpse?
They don't have enough range on it, and actually Balls is just going to turn around and go for the kill instead. Wow, what a player.
And that's another track kill. Balls isn't afraid of anything. He's going to be rotating. He's going to hit a few more auto attacks. Will he go down? Will he deny himself? He tries to pop the urn, but he does not get away, and he will give away the gold. But now AA, he's trapped them in. They're going to pop that Moonlight Shadow from that level 6 and 7 picked up just then. Solar Siren will be used so they can disengage quite safely. Track is still up if they want to continue chasing it down, but it looks like they might just give up and rotate back into the lanes, pick up a little bit of XP and gold.
I feel like it's maybe a little bit of miscommunication there by Tolerance Fan Club Association, just because they popped both the Mirana and the Nagasar ulti. With the bounty hunter there, you know he's there, you probably should just be popping one and not both, and obviously you'd go for the Nagasar ulti just because of the track. So some of those abilities are going to be on cooldown, although to be fair, so far they haven't really been using them. Oh, actually in bottom lane is going to be jump on and risk. Nice and easy kill there for
At the same time, Balls jumps on in, Dyslexia in middle lane, and will kill him down without too much effort. That Blink Dagger, instant pickup, instant usage, and easily finds himself a kill with a fantastic ward, may I say, by Immunity. Trying to keep aggressive wards on the other side of the river, watching for any rotations or any little pickoffs they can grab.
Well, see, we did speak about how the moment TFA start to drop down on the map vision, on their warding, the kills are going to happen, and that's exactly what we're seeing. There we go, another kill in bottom lane. They just TFA don't have any vision at the moment, and it actually it's showing how much it's hurting them.
I mean, at least they did get that D ward of one of the wards in mid lane. They did know it was there, so they got rid of it. So it's a little bit of map vision gained. But as you said, where are their observers? They're trying to put it in defensively, and if they're having defensive wards, this Pudge, they've got aggressive wards as well. So they're just going to jump on in because both sides see the same information. And for immunity, seeing the same information benefits them.
They've got this one observer ward here around the mid lane. And this is more like as a reactionary one to all the gangsters coming up from the supports just to help out the Viper. It's not really what Pudge is going to be aiming for though. He's not really going to be jumping under that tier 1 tower. He's going to be going for more of the side lanes, going for the, you know, the not so obvious angles. And here we have another smoke gang, so we should probably see another kill. Looks like they want to go into the bottom lane on top of Snaggle.
Yeah, Snaggle doesn't even have the song or the siren up and running. There are TPs available in these supports except for the Disruptor. Disruptor doesn't have one. Shadow Shaman does. He also has level 6, so if they do want to try and TP on in here, we will see the blink on in. TPs are coming, but she's going to go down before there's going to be any possibility of survival. But they almost get a kill on balls, and then Mirana gets lifted up. She's going to get bursted down. Nice ward trap onto Godot. However, AA will be able to sneak on out of there. Unfortunately, the wards were not micro to get the AA before she got away. I mean, you had a ward trap on one and a hook from downtown. Balls, however, does get killed for getting greedy.
Well, he does deny himself. I don't know how he managed that with everything attacking him. Amazing play there, but well, I'm just really lucky, I gotta say. But Shatan's gonna find himself a kill.
Yeah, this wasn't necessarily... He's just walking around him just being like, I can kill you at any time, and he finally finishes playing with his food. That wasn't necessarily the wise move to move away from your tower. You know, the Bounty Hunter was around, he did show himself in that engagement, so I think it feels as if he should have just stayed on the tower until either support came or he could just TP on out of there safely.
Yeah, I do agree there, but I guess when you're that low, just like, oh, I gotta get back to base as soon as possible, and sometimes you do forget about those sneaky bounty hunters, or whatever other invis heroes might be on the enemy team.
Man, you look at immunity, they've won all 3 lanes quite respectively. You've got Shadowfiend, he's at 6,000 with the early death against the Viper, but a nice support rotation from immunity brought him back into the game. Pudge balls, he's, as we said at the start in the drafting screen, he's just ridiculous on this Pudge. He's in every lane. You can't predict where he will be unless you have those wards, and unfortunately TFA do not have those wards currently available to him. And Bounty Hunter, he's had a delicious bottom lane. I mean, he somehow found 2 kills where he shouldn't have, and now all the track gold is starting to rack up, and he's going to walk into a smoke, and he's going to see this. He's instantly popped the Shadow Walk, and we have an unfortunate pause coming out on the side of Team Immunity.
Yeah, unfortunately Slicks has DC. They should be back in just a moment. They only have a sentry, and yeah, this isn't going to be enough to finish him off. Unicorn is just too far away to be able to place down that sentry, and Shatan's just going to be able to walk on out of there. That is a wasted dust, exactly as you were saying. Very unfortunate for TFA.
And I mean, they were going to come down and try and find anything they could, but it seems now that the smoke's dissipated, they know that Bounty Hunters are around here. They won't be able to find them. They're going to throw down a ward. They may, if they can get it down in the next 8 seconds, they might find themselves an easy 25 gold from the Observer, or 50, I believe. Yeah, it's 50 gold from the Observer, but it looks like they might just end up rotating down bottom and try and start pushing these towers. Your Shadow Shaman, he's level 6. He's already thrown in his wards to get 1.5 kills. I'm not going to say half kills, but he got a nice turnaround kill down at bottom lane. Now it's coming off in 13 seconds, and they're going to start their pushing game. TFA, this is the time they need to group up and start hitting these towers. They need some kind of gold hitting their side. I mean, you look at Shadow Shaman. He's got 700 gold against his name. He's a little bit, well, not a little bit, he's very starved for money at the moment. And so is Disruptor. AA is at 1300. Then you have Rubik, your pretty much your 5th plays, your 5th spot support, or 4th in this game. He's sitting at your off lane, or Murano, who should be getting a lot of gold. It's just, it's hard for TFA at the moment. They need to group up and they need to try and force something, because that's at the moment the only chance of getting back in this game. As I fumble at least 50 words.
It's alright. We can understand you. But you're exactly right. It's almost 14 minutes into the game, and they haven't really made any progress on these towers. This is for Tolerance Fan Club Association. Like these towers are all sitting above 50% health. Most of them are looking very, very healthy. Hasn't really been any attempts on these towers, and when you've got this lineup, well, when you plan for a lineup to sort of get some of those early towers, you know,